It started on Vargal 9, the volcanic moon of a gas giant whose clouds danced like electric jellyfish. I wasn't supposed to be there. Not officially. The UNMC had declared the planet a no-contact zone after the last diplomatic mission ended with one of our negotiators being ripped in half by something twice his size and 3 times as angry. But that was exactly why I was there. I'm Lieutenant Mason Cray, Special Contact Operations, SCO or SCO as the grunts call us. My job: go where humans aren't wanted, survive long enough to figure out how to make them want us. Or at least stop them from killing us. Usually this means pretending to be dumber than I am, slower than I am, and never making the first move. Most alien species find that less threatening. Unfortunately, that trick doesn't work so well on Vargalans. They respect one thing: power. And the one who respected it the most, the one who swore to crush me into carbon paste, was General Roxana Var. She was 7 feet of brawny, striped muscle with a tail like a whip and tusks curved like scimitars. I met her after accidentally crashing a drone near one of their military camps. The goal was to get captured. Instead, I got challenged. "I will break your spine like dry reed," she growled, circling me in the volcanic ash. "Then I will roast your bones for our pups to chew." So yeah, first impressions weren't great. Middle. I could have tried to explain. Could have told her I wasn't a threat, that I came in peace, yada yada. But with Vargalans, submission is weakness. That's how the last envoy got bisected. He bowed. So instead I did something dumb. I stood my ground. "I'm human," I said. "You threaten to crush me, but all I see is a loudmouth who hasn't made a move." Silence. Then a low growl rumbled through her chest like thunder through stone. Vargalans don't flirt. They fight. So when she lunged at me, claws slashing, I dodged, barely. She struck again. Duck. The third time I slipped, and her massive arm slammed into my ribs, knocking the wind out of me. But I got up. Staggered, aching, but upright. That's when she paused. A flicker of something in her gold-orange eyes. Curiosity. "You are weaker," she said. "But you rise. Strange." I spat blood and grinned. "You hit like a shuttle door." She laughed. What followed wasn't a beating. It was a brawl. Fists, claws, kicks. I dodged more than I landed, but every time I got up, something in her changed. The fight lasted 10 grueling minutes, ending with me thrown into a lava-baked crater wall, coughing blood and smiling like an idiot. "You are worthy," she said, offering me a clawed hand. "Your bones may stay unbroken for now." And that's how I earned her attention. The next few days were strange. Instead of throwing me into a pit or roasting me over a spit, I was invited to walk with her. Vargalan warriors glared as I passed, but none challenged me. Roxana stayed close, speaking in curt words, always evaluating me like I was a new kind of predator. I expected more threats. Instead, I got compliments. "Your stride is unbalanced," she said once, inspecting me head to toe. "But the way you recover, admirable." Another time, while sharing a hunk of volcanic beast meat, tasted like burnt rubber, she said, "You are small but dense. Not soft like the others." I like that. Was she flirting? I brushed it off. Must have been her way of keeping me on edge. Right. Then one night, while watching Vargalan battle training beneath a storm-swept sky, she sat beside me and said, "In my youth I was told I would choose a mate strong enough to challenge me daily. Perhaps that was foolish." And blinked. "Is that a complaint?" "No," she said, her voice like gravel and embers. "Perhaps it was prophecy." "No. Hell no." Escalation. When I reported back to command, I didn't mention the flirting. Who'd believe me? Instead, I told them what mattered. The Vargalan military respected humans now. At least one human. Enough for a meeting. An actual one. With tents and translators instead of claws and body bags. But as I waited for the meeting day, Roxana's attention only grew more intense. "You bruise well," she murmured after a mock sparring match, tracing a finger across a purple mark on my collarbone. "The colors suit you." She once threw a war spear at me, just missed my head. When I yelled, she replied, "It was a courting gift. You live, so you accept." I tried to talk to her like a diplomat. She tried to wrestle me into the dirt. Once, she even slammed me into a wall just to smell my hair. "Why do you keep doing that?" Gasped. "You smell like iron and adrenaline," she growled. "It stirs something primal." I had no idea how to handle this. Then came the ambush. A rogue clan, opposed to human alliance, attacked during the diplomatic gathering. The tent erupted in plasma fire and sonic howls. I dove for cover, dragged the ambassador out, and took a shot in the side for my trouble. As I bled behind a lava boulder, I saw a flash of striped muscle tear through the chaos. Roxana, screaming my name. She reached me, eyes wide, face twisted not in rage but fear. "You die now," she snarled, hoisting me up with shocking gentleness. "I will kill every last one of them." And she did. Roxana's rampage turned the tide. When the smoke cleared, the rogue clan lay scattered in bloody defeat. I was fading vision gray, but she wouldn't let me close my eyes. "Stay," she hissed, cradling me against her armored chest. "You are not broken yet." That was the last thing I heard before passing out. Ending. I woke up in a Vargalan medical dome, surrounded by strange blue flames and humming stone needles. Roxana sat beside me, arms crossed, tail coiled protectively around the base of the bed. "You live," she said, tone soft. "Barely." "Thanks to you," I croaked. She didn't smile. Vargalans rarely do, but there was something warm in her eyes. "I do not understand humans," she muttered. "You are soft and loud and arrogant. But I do not want another mate. I want you." I sat up, wincing. "You swore to crush me." She leaned in. "And I still might. But perhaps later. In a different context." I choked on my spit. From that day forward, Roxana became not just an ally, but a partner. The alliance solidified, partially through strength, partially through something stranger. Our relationship was unconventional. She'd show affection by throwing things at me. I'd show it by surviving them. One day, as we walked through the rebuilt command center, she slipped her arm around me. "Your bones," she said. "Still unbroken. For now." Smirk. "You keep flirting like that, I might start thinking you like me." She bared her tusks. "Then start thinking human." And as the Vargalan banners fluttered in the volcanic wind, I realized something. Sometimes diplomacy isn't just about words. Sometimes it's about punches, scars, and beast women who swear to crush you, then end up holding your hand instead.